Alright, I don't know where to look at the camera, so like I'm gonna just like, talk to it like it is, you know what I'm saying? This is my room. I know my blinds are fucked up. It's not set up that great. You probably can't even hear me that well. I'll be honest. Like I got AirPods in it, but ain't nobody give a fuck about AirPods, bro. Anyways, the reason I'm making this video is just to help some guys. You know what I'm saying? Like coming up from a very different perspective. We're gonna edit shit out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not good at editing. I'm not gonna do anything. This is gonna be as like I'm gonna flip you guys around real quick. That better? Nah, it's gonna still be upside down. I don't know how to do this. I'll be honest. I don't know how to do this. But nah. Literally, this is just like a conversation like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We just have a good conversation. I guess the way I'm gonna start it is this is gonna be like a new series. I'm gonna call it UBR, United Brothers of Rizz, because it's like a Rizz academy for like guys that like, you know, don't get no females and shit. I know I got clothes right there. Like I just, you know, whatever. Who cares? Let's just say it leaves. So the reason why I'm making this is because I see a lot of brothers starving. A lot of brothers starving. You know what I'm saying? And then you have these gurus that try to teach you, oh, this is the best way to get females, and this is what you gotta do, this is how you gotta dress, this is how to move, you gotta be confident, like the Rizz lords, you know what I call it. And you have the guys that are like, fuck women, I don't care about women just are garbage. And you have the guys that are just like, you know, just chill, you know, like me. Like, everyone knows Andrew Tate. If you don't know Andrew Tate, you're living under a rock, like Patrick Star. But I'm more of a, everybody knows Sneeko. Everybody knows that one podcast where they have like a bunch of Instagram models that make them look stupid and shit, which I think is whatever. You know, those guys that they try to teach you, oh, like, we gotta be more masculine and stuff, which we do. But sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta be a little spoon, you know what I'm saying? So the reason I'm like just making this is just to like talk to the men, you know, talk to the men, boys, teenagers. Just let them know, like, you don't need to be super jacked. You don't need to be super rich. You could be honestly broke as shit. I was for a long ass time, and you can still pull females. It's all about confidence. And I know that's like, it's one of the things that everybody talks about, confidence, and just having a niche, having something that you can live by. Like, you have something that you can hold to yourself and be like, hey, like, I'm a funny guy, I make people laugh, I'm gonna use that to get females. Or I'm a guy that works out a lot, gets freaking big in the gym, I'm gonna use my body to attract females. Or my athleticism, or I'm really good at basketball, or I'm really good at chess, really good at singing, blah, 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 blah. All those niches, they help a shit ton, because you have something about yourself that a woman's gonna look, that's gonna be like, this is an asset that she can use towards you. Now, the way I see it, our society is moving towards a feminine point of view, in a way where femininity is being praised more than it was back in the day. And fuck it, it's just the way the world works, you know. Women are being praised more, women are being, you know, like, it's just, let's just face it, worst comes to worst, let's just face how it is. Women are a higher asset to society right now than men are. It's just how it is. The way people work in this life right now, in this century, in this decade, this year, it's just women are the highest asset that we have. Like, it's just not comprehensible, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you think, oh, guys are like, oh no, I don't do shit for a woman, I'm doing shit for me, you know, I'm giving my money for me, I'm giving my money for clothes, I'm giving my money. But let's face it, the reason why you're doing it is to find either your perfect woman to get hoes, or just, you know what I'm saying? It really boils down to being just having a woman, because a woman is what's gonna hold you down. A woman's what's gonna take care of you. A woman's gonna be there all the time, every time. Yeah. Now, most people think this is boring and shit. I do too. It is what it is. This is like my first episode, but yeah, we're moving towards a more feminine dominant society, in a way where women pretty much control everything we do. Everything we do. You diss a woman or say something bad about women in general, instantly canceled, or you're just getting attacked. If you praise a woman, or you put a woman on a pedestal, they'll treat you like peasants, they'll push you down and shit like that. Not all the time. Not all the time. Some of the time. Some of the fucking time. You're right there. But not all the time, but some of the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't really put the bias on a stereotype, a stereotypical thing that goes there. Like women can't drive. Like, such a stereotype. The numbers are there, but it doesn't mean that only. There's a huge population. When you're talking about 60% of women, 42% of people, you gotta understand there's 7 billion people on this planet, and there's 4 billion women to 3 billion guys. Like, it's just like, it's such a big, like, it's so incomprehensible. So it's like, when guys be like, oh, women can't drive, why can't we do this? Nobody's saying to the general population. We're just talking about the extremes. You know, it's all about entertainment. So it's just like, oh, extreme this, like, women can't drive, women are meant to be in the kitchen and shit. Like, it's so fucked up, but it's like, the statistics are there, you know what I'm saying? Like every woman wants a guy that just knows what they're doing, you know? That's all you really need. Hygiene, good head on your shoulders, and just, you don't even need money. You just smell good, be cleaned up, good head on your shoulders, make good decisions, have a future, and yeah, and don't always give yourself up so easily. You gotta have standards. Now, I used to watch the minorities all the time. I still do. I watched one on the podcast where they were saying that they rate females out of 30. And I've sucked at that every day. Like, it's just such a good thing. 0 to 10 is just such a small, like, rating. Like, I'm not gonna rate a woman a 7 just because, like, I don't like her or something. That's another thing. Most guys will not say the truth for a woman just to keep her feelings like intact. You know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna agree with you. Move that later. But 30 is way better, because it's just like, it's easier, you know what I'm saying? It's just like 0 to 10 are ugly bitches, 10 to 20 are average bitches, 20, 30 bad bitches. Now, when it's like ugly bitches, it's not always about, oh, she looks good, but she looks ugly. No, it's also about her character. It's about what she brings to the table, what she brings to you as a person, what's her asset to you. And if she just has good conversation, because a lot of females don't have good conversation. You find a girl that's I'd rather have a girl that's a 9 that has extremely good conversation than a girl that's a 26 that has dry ass combos. That's just how it works, you know what I'm saying? I didn't come up from a very like, I wasn't too poor, but I wasn't also like, I was around a little bit below average when I was growing up. When it came to money, if anybody's asking, this is a strawberry mixed with almond vanilla milk protein smoothie. It's pretty good. But yeah, it's like, I didn't grow up, like, there's a lot of shit I didn't have when I was younger, and it was just, you know, shit happens. Your parents work their asses off, still can't afford a lot of stuff. It's just the way life goes, man. But don't let that make you who you are today. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that carry on over. I know it's hard to break the simulation, but you've seen people do it. So why don't you be the ones that do it? You know what I'm saying? So you really just gotta think harder, try harder. If you want a little bit more about me, we can start from when I was younger, elementary school. I came to America when I was 4 years old, didn't know any English, learned English in a year in kindergarten. Um, Moved to a very small town in New York, and just lived here pretty much my whole life. But like, one thing to understand is like, money was never like a thing that I just had. You know what I'm saying? But you have to, as a kid, you're not gonna have that mindset. Like, you're just gonna be like, oh, my mom can't buy me this, can't buy me that. And some people understand it, some people don't. Some people think, because some people don't have never worked a day in their life, so it's like everything's been given to them. But yeah, so I've never really had shit growing up, and like, it was just what we could get, what could. And my parents, love my parents so much. They see this, I love y'all, but it's like they worked their asses off, and they got to where I am today, and I really respect that. I really respect them as people, and they know what they did, and I'll never forget about that. Especially my stepdad, he knows what he did, and I'll never forget about that. They're very good people. Now back to the point. Now with females, I grew up, always had trouble. Always had trouble. Elementary school, not too much. You know, fastest kid gets females. Like, you know, it is what it is. Most athletic kid gets females. Middle school, I had my handful, let's just say, or like, I literally can count my hand on the female. But dating was never really a thing for me. I never looked at a female and was like, I want to date her and stuff, because you have to stay focused. You know, you gotta stay focused on yourself. I saw that early in my life. Not only was I pretty like poor, and I was also ugly. I'll say that I was pretty ugly and really scrawny and really short, but I also didn't have that social connection. All I cared was about sports, school, video games, hanging out with the homies. You know how it is. Now, the older I got, I started realizing, like, you know, go through puberty, you just want to get more females and more females every day. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way life goes. So you just start thinking, hey, I need more. Like, you start fiending for it. You want the attention. You know what I'm saying? You start seeing the girls get older, and you're like, wow, she's getting so, her booty's so fat. Oh my god. Mind you, you're in middle school, so like, it is what it is. You start thinking stuff, and people don't tell you how it is. You know what I'm saying? I never really had that sit down talk about like the birds and the bees, but you know, I kind of learned it. I kind of learned it through, you know, the friends I had at school. What I learned is the experiences you have when you're younger are what's gonna get you through life. Now, I didn't get any females, but that didn't stop me from being a comedian. I was always funny everywhere I went. I made jokes. I was just class clown. But there's a difference between people that laugh at you and people that laugh with you. That's one of the things you understand. So I had people laughing with me, but there were certain points in my life where it was mainly people that laughed at me. But when they laughed at me, it was because of experiments that I was doing on myself when it came to looks, when it came to attitude, when it came to personality. You switch yourself up to see what works, you know what I'm saying? Because one thing that I see a lot nowadays is every guy follows a trend because they feel like that's the best, safest option, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere you go, you're gonna find that. Where it's like, oh, waves was in style one year, so every guy had waves. Joggers were in style, every guy had joggers, every guy had Jordans, every guy did this and that. Every guy perms, every guy got a perm. It was just like, and I'm not talking about everyone, I'm just saying, like, it was such a noticeable change that people were doing that you'd see more of at that point in time. It's like now, like you see a lot of TikTokers, like they're into fitness all of a sudden, and you just see every TikToker's into fitness for some reason. It just happened. And it's just like, there's a lot of shit that happens where people are afraid to break out that box, out of that simulation, as you might say, and it's hard to really stray from that, because you understand, like, you get made fun of, you get treated terribly, but it's just the way life goes. Like, yeah, we can be against bullying, but it's always gonna be there, and it's always supposed to grow a person. Now, there's extreme cases where bullying goes too far, and we obviously see that in some very tragic stories. But yeah, it's just like you can't. A lot of the stuff that you do, you get making made fun of. In the future, it might be something that people start doing all of a sudden. Like, it's just it's just different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had curls, I had afros, I went through afros, flat tops, waves, I went through short hair, buzz cut. Like, I went through every hairstyle. I straightened my hair. I've gone through every hairstyle, and I've gotten made fun of it. Like, a lot. A lot of my friends that I am still friends with to this day, even friends that I haven't seen in a while, they know they've seen me in high school, and they've seen the struggle that I went through changing my style and get made fun of. But like, I still did it because if you don't do it, if you don't do something and you regret it, it's just gonna mess with you for the rest of your life. Do what you want and get after it. You don't want to go out to this party tonight but you have nothing else to do and you're bored at home. Go to that party. Fucking who cares? You get in trouble. You get into some shit. You're living life as your parents did, as your grandparents did. They all did something. They're not gonna tell you because you want your parents to think they're perfect, but they're not. You just go out and do your shit. If you regret it, you're gonna fucking regret it for the rest of your life. And I have regretted a lot of stuff, but I will tell you this: if you just look at an opportunity and you get after it, you will never regret that shit. Even if you fail that opportunity, you will never regret that shit, because that shit is what's gonna get you through your whole entire life. Now, standards. We can get into that. Standards are a thing that have grown different over time. It's just it sucks. There's always a double standard for everything. How, it sucks because as a guy, just a regular old Joe, you know what I'm saying? I'd say I'm just a regular guy. I work a 9 to 5, well, 8 to 5 every day, weekends off, you know what I'm saying? Go out on the weekend with my friends. So it is. I'm 19 years old. What do you want me to do? But I'm a pretty regular guy. But what I can say is standards are a thing that needs to be changed, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, you have females that only want guys that are 6 feet tall, or guys that are tall. You can't. It sucks because you have the short kings out there, and I see you short kings. You guys are kings. I was a part of that group for a very long time. Even after puberty, I was part of that group. I thought I was gonna be 5'2" for the rest of my life. I was told that. The growth spurt hit. I got pretty tall. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the short kings out there. Like, you cannot let those standards weigh you down, because the woman's gonna realize, like, a lot of women, they hold it over a guy. I want a guy that's tall. I want a guy that's tall, athletic. I want a guy that's tall and skinny. I want a guy, just tall. But you just leave the average Joes, the 5'7", 5'6" guys, the 5'4" dudes in the gutter. Like, maybe the reason why you can't find the guy that you want is because the guy is not meeting up to your standard when it comes to something that he cannot control. Like height, for example. Maybe your perfect man is 5'5". You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe, you know what I'm saying? So that's why when there's a standard, when people try to fight it with, oh, how much do you weigh? Yeah, I'll give it to you. You can change how much you weigh. You can. If you work hard enough, you can change how much you weigh, if you're fat or you're skinny or you're too skinny, or you can change it. Now, what guys have to understand, females, it's very hard for them. There's a lot of females have eating disorders. A lot of females go through mental shit that makes it so that the brain gives them receptors that they don't need to eat or don't want to eat or they can't eat. And it happens. It happens to a lot of females, and a lot of females can't work out because they can pass out, and then it's just a lot of shit. So we have to be sympathetic about that. Every guy has to be sympathetic, at least, about something like that. But yeah, our standards just need to change. Now, I'm gonna end this video roughly around here. It's my first video of UBR. It's very raw. If you can't hear me, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought the AirPods would work, but if they don't, guess we're fucked. And I'm so sorry I haven't been looking at you this whole time. I see you. I'm gonna have to flip the camera around next time I record. It's just, you know, because it's just the way I set it up. Usually it's on the right, it's on the left. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at you right now. I'm looking at you. And the light, like, I know it's just very raw and very weird. But this is how I'm gonna do it. You guys can watch it if you want. I'm gonna have more videos coming out weekly, maybe. I don't know, just when I feel like it. But hope you enjoyed. Peace. I hope it's over here. Peace.